Alright, today I'm going to show you guys just really quickly how I go about making really utilizing these vector assets really quickly to rattle off 50 designs in a row, and just show you how easy it is to even take 1 to 2 of them together, how you can make just so many designs from them, and really just clog up a niche with your designs. So first thing you want to do, I'm in Photoshop, that's what I use, but this is applicable to GIMP or Affinity. I mean, it's going to work in a similar way, not exactly, but the ideas will be the same. So, I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded. You can use Place Linked as well. Either one works. The difference would be if you edit the file outside of Photoshop and it's linked, the linked file will update inside of Photoshop. Alright, somebody requested state signs or state outlines, so I'm going to choose the state of Michigan here. When it comes in, it gives you this bounding box to scale around. If you hold Shift, make sure you keep the right aspect and you don't make it fat or skinny. And if you choose Alt, it scales from the center. So we'll make it about that big. We'll click the Move tool. Let's move it up closer to the top because of the way Michigan has that little island at the top. Let's move this layer up to the top of my template. Oops. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is change the color of the state. Let's see. So if you double click the layer, I'm going to show this again. If you double click the layer, then you go to Color Overlay. This right here is just a simple off-white color to give it that kind of vintage look. The next thing we'll do is, you'll see this with a lot of state shirts where you just simply have text that is see-through to the shirt color. That's called knockout or masking or something of that nature. And then, so what you'll do is you'll select your text tool. In Michigan, I'm assuming people fish with the Great Lakes there. So we'll take the word fishing. Again, we'll go to, and then to scale that, we'll go to Free Transform under the Edit menu. Alternatively, you can do Control T. I believe it's Command T on a Mac. If you see me quickly scaling something, I'm hitting Control T. You'll hold Shift again to just keep the aspect right. Move around. Try to position it somewhere down here. That looks pretty good. You can use your arrow keys to kind of nudge it. Alright. So now what we'll do is we'll double click this layer. And under this blending options in the layer style, this is like just a super easy way to knock out text or mask something. There's other ways to do this, but this is by far the fastest. So what you'll do is you'll simply take in the blending options section here, you'll take the fill opacity all the way down to 0. Then you'll go to knockout, and in this case we'll choose shallow. There won't be a difference off the bat, but later on I'll show you why I chose shallow. And now you'll see fishing is see-through to the transparent part of the shirt. So let's add one more asset in here. A little fishing pole. Again, we'll hold Shift to scale it up. Can rotate it some, something like this. Kind of want to align it with the bottom of the state. And I'll use the arrow keys to kind of visually align it. Hit enter. And now in this case I want it to this to have this like vintage look, so I'm not actually going to keep the colors of the pole. So if I double click it, go to color overlay, just like we did with the state, it'll turn it into basically a white silhouette. Alright, so that's kind of a, this could be a finished design. Actually, I can nudge this down a little bit more. But what I would do with a design like this that has this vintage look, inside my template I have a bunch of like folders that you just simply drag your layers into to distress them. So let's go ahead and take this sun-baked texture. We'll drag our layers into there, and you can see I will put it on a standard, let's say navy's probably very popular in Michigan, navy shirt. And there you go. So you have like, here's a finished kind of distressed vintage Michigan fishing design. Hope that helps. And if you have any questions, just let me know.